Hi everyone. I thought I'd do a brand new video. I did one a while back about the channel introduction, and I just thought the audio was terrible, so I thought I'd try it again. I even tried buying a new mic and a new wireless connection for it for my phone, and I've just tried it out. It's rubbish, so I need to get a better one. So I just thought I'd just go with a better surrounding. Really, I'm in my van. The last video I did was in a pretty much an empty house, really. So the audio was very echoey and not good at all. So this is just a short video in way of introduction, just to get me started. I'm a 57-year-old man. I've been divorced twice. I was married once for 25 years, and gosh, another time 5 years after that, and I jumped way too quickly into the second marriage. I think I was on the rebound. And I think, you know, obviously a lot of people in midlife are divorced, and a lot of them find it as a surprise. I know I did. I mean, I've got to say the first divorce was just horrendous emotionally, because I just really didn't see it coming whatsoever. I thought we were all good, and everyone used to say, wow, aren't you a cute couple, aren't you a nice couple, it's so sweet, you've been married so long and you love each other so much. And you know, I really didn't see it coming, but inwardly my first wife was changing, and by the time we split up, this new person just emerged before my very eyes. And I've since learned that that's what people do. You know, they secretly change and just wear a bit of a mask for the partner just to keep up appearances, but they have changed considerably along the way over some time, and then the new person emerges, much to the surprise of the other partner, myself in this instance. So that was horrific. I mean, it really was. It was so emotionally damaging and devastating. I mean, it happened a decade ago now, and I'm actually friends with my first wife as well now. I mean, she's okay, we get on all right, but it was a horrific time, and anyone going through that, I mean, you have my sympathy, you really do. It's just an awful thing to go through, it really is. But my second marriage, yeah, I jumped straight into that because I think I was on the rebound, and I never really learned to just be single and be by myself and find myself, because I think when you've been married for so long, you're so entwined with the other person, you don't really fully know who you are as an individual. So you want to quickly attach yourself to somebody, and if that's you, if you've just gone through a long-term relationship, a marriage, a relationship, and you know, it's broken down, and you feel like the answer is to attach yourself to somebody quick, like I did in my case. Let me just warn you, please do not do that. Hold fire and just learn to be single. I think I heard somebody say once that for every year you've been married, you should be single for about a month, is a rule of thumb, is what I heard. And I wish I would have taken that advice, but I just jumped straight into it. And I married a lady from Botswana, and that didn't work out. And although it wasn't emotionally draining, it has been financially draining and devastating, because I've lost everything. I lost my house, I lost my pension, and I'm living with my son at the moment, my oldest son, which I'm so grateful for him, because it's worked out okay in a way, really, because there's some other changes in the pipeline as well, which I'll get to in a future video, which will hopefully be good. But yeah, you know, midlife, here I am. Like a lot of people, it can be quite hard, quite challenging. Your body starts breaking down. In your head, you still feel like you're a teenager. I know that I often, you know, feel like a teenager. In fact, it's quite funny. I often make jokes about, I'm in a room in my son's house, my oldest son's house. He's 34. I've got my own bedroom. I've got my record player. I've got pictures on my wall. I've got old vintage toys surrounded. It's proper lad's pad, you know. It's a proper man cave. And there's me playing my records, some of my old punk music and stuff like that, and goth music, and other pop stuff like 80s synthesizer stuff and all of that kind of stuff, Human League, Depeche Mode and all that kind of stuff I quite like. And I feel like I'm the teenager now and he's the dad. It's so funny. And but yeah, he's a good guy. You know, I've been quite fortunate and blessed, really, that I've managed to end up living with him. It's not ideal, 100%, obviously, but as anything these days, I'm just grateful for small mercies. But yeah, this channel's going to be about my midlife and discussing our midlife together. There's a lot of guys out there I've noticed who are posting videos who are my age, who are quite disgruntled with a lot of things, really, in their own lives and with society in general, wider society. So I'm going to be addressing those things. I'm going to be navigating some of the changes I've gone through, some of the changes I am going to be going through, and hopefully you guys can relate to that. And also just a lot of reminiscing as well about the old days, the 70s, the 80s. I'm going to be taking you with me around some of the areas that impacted me growing up around Liverpool. I'm not from Liverpool, but by the accent you might recognise that I'm quite close by Liverpool. I'm just outside of Liverpool, but Liverpool was a very significant place for me in the 80s. Growing up as a teenager, I used to be a punk, and then I became a goth, and I went through, in fact, all the subcultures at one stage or other. And I'm going to be discussing that as well, because I think it's fascinating, you know, the old subcultures, and I'm going to be visiting some of those old places in Liverpool, like Planet X and the System and Probe Records, where the punks used to hang around. And it'll be interesting, you know, just to revisit that, and maybe even interview some people, see whether they have any thoughts and memories of those places. Just seems like yesterday, doesn't it, when you think, you know, back to those teenage years. It just seems like yesterday, and gosh, life just goes by so quickly, and here we are in our middle age. So that's it for now, folks. I'm not going to go on too much. It's just a way of introduction kind of video, really. I'm hoping to buy better microphone and equipment, and yeah, see how it goes. So I will see you next time, guys. Thanks for listening, and I will see you soon. Take care.